As we get closer to the election on Tuesday, people are looking to sources that they hope they can trust to try to learn more about the issues that they will be voting on.
Yeah, one place people can typically go to for accurate information is government websites. But an expert is actually raising the alarm about what she's seen on the Ohio Senate website. Stephanie Haney is here to explain to us what's happening. And that's a funny statement when you're talking about this website specifically and red flags. Doesn't really go together.
Absolutely. It's not something you want to see about a government website, but there is a new blog that we've become aware of on the Ohio Senate website. It includes posts with mis and disinformation specifically about abortion and issue 1. Now, the way it's presented is as if it's an official government source of information. If you go to the ohiosenate.gov website, you see tabs across the top of the page there. And as you go across and click on them, when you click on news, there's a drop down that you can click on. And that's where the On the Record blog comes up. Now, the timing of when this went live is interesting. It went live in September, at a time when people started really paying attention to the issues that we'll be voting on next week. I reached out to the Republican Senate Majority Communications representative, John Fortney, to talk about this site, but he never responded. On the site, though, he posted that On the Record launched because mainstream media will not tell you the real story, he says. He says On the Record will. And that On the Record will post real facts about positions of the GOP supermajority in the Ohio State Senate. Here's what Laura Manley, who is the executive director of the Shorenstein Center on Media, Politics, and Public Policy at the Harvard Kennedy School, thinks about the On the Record blog.
How would you describe the posts that we're seeing on that blog?
Intentionally misleading and masquerading as evidence-based facts when it's clearly an opinion and there's an agenda behind it. I mean, as a matter of fact, I was on the website beforehand and they say, we're going to give you the real facts. They, meaning the mainstream media, won't tell you the real story, but we will. So they're not just trying to come across as evidence-based and fact-based, they're explicitly telling readers that this is the real news and you can't trust anyone else except for us.
Now, here are some of the posts on this blog, and you see at the very top there are multiple posts about abortion and issue 1, and these posts include statements that legal and medical experts have called false or misleading narratives. Now, another issue with this site is that the posts are written exclusively by Ohio Republican senators and their staff. Now, I talked this morning with Ohio Democratic Senator Kent Smith about that aspect of this issue.
The problem is, I mean, they're allowed to do this. It's curious that there's not a Democratic page yet when we've requested it. I mean, so they're sort of, but this is, use of state taxpayer dollars, and they're only providing one side of the story, and that side of the story doesn't always seem to be based in reality.
Now, if you look at the Ohio House of Representatives website, you see similar tabs across the top of the site as we saw on the Senate website. And one big difference here as you go across those tabs is as you get to the news tab, when you get there, you see a drop down for both Republicans and Democrats to post information. As Senator Smith said here, right now, Democrats in the Ohio Senate do not have the same access to post things on the Senate website as Republicans do. Now, 3 News obtained a legal memo which was sent to the Ohio Senate Democrats about this Republican use of taxpayer funds with the On the Record blog. And their finding was there are no laws on the books to stop the spread of misinformation on a government website. Now, I am told that Democratic senators are to get access very soon in order to post things on the Senate website. And their legal counsel has said that their contributions will, quote, be held to a higher standard of truthfulness and integrity. And that's where things stand right now. Lauren, Isabel.
All right, what a breakdown there, especially as we're gearing up for a big day next week.
Absolutely.
Steph, thanks.
Mm-hmm.